And there we go. Man, what a ton of content. So thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedule, and we're going to hop right into the Q&A. So I've got your questions here. When you type them into the chat box underneath the webinar software there, it will come to me, and I will make sure that I get answers to all of your questions. And we're going to be doing something special this week. I'm going to keep going until we're out of questions. At last count that I was able to see, I haven't been able to check recently, but we had over 500 attendees on this month's event, which is just fantastic. Every month we get great feedback, and it's really great to have you here. And I'm so glad that you're finding the content valuable and actioning it and implementing it to get results. So our first question is from Ray. Ray, thanks for your question. Are you going to be covering LinkedIn ads as well? We didn't cover LinkedIn ads. We just didn't have enough time with the half hour of content. That being said, I'm sure that we can add that into a future event for you. We did cover LinkedIn in not last month's presentation, but the month before that. If you haven't seen the replay for that event, reach out to your First National account representative. It was fantastic, and we'll show you how to get results from LinkedIn without running advertisements, just going out and organically networking with fellow partners. So the next ad here from Neil. Neil asks, it asks me where to drive the traffic. What do I choose? So I'm going to assume that that question came in while we were just getting started running the advertisement. So if you haven't run an ad on Facebook yet, when you first log in to run your first advertisement, it's going to say, basically, where do you want to send this traffic? You're going to send your traffic to a website. So a website off of Facebook that's your lead generation website. And that is, you need the link to put in there before you actually run your advertisement, which is why I said, let's go through the presentation together, go through the Q&A, because you have to set up the lead generation page first. Then when you know where you're going to drive the traffic to and who you're going to target, then you put the link to that lead generation page, and that's what you start with. Then once you put the link to the lead generation page in, it opens up the rest of the section where you can run that advertisement and do your targeting and actually write your advertisement. So thanks for the great question. From John. John asks, do your ads only show up to the people that are on your friends list? Great question. So no, when you're running Facebook ads, you have the ability to show your advertisement to anybody on Facebook. So it doesn't matter whether they're friends, whether they're connected to your business page. If they're on Facebook, you can run an ad and you can target that person. It's, again, one of the reasons why Facebook ads have started to become so popular and so effective, because you really can target in on the person that wants a mortgage. And by what they're doing online, they're demonstrating that they're ready to move into the process. And then when they log into Facebook, they see our ads about how we can help them. And this is, in my opinion, one of the completely untapped opportunities that we have as far as marketing goes in the mortgage industry, especially here in Canada, because there's very, very few people doing this and accurately targeting and properly targeting people with their advertisements. And it's, again, one of the reasons I think why our click-through rates are so high and our response is so good, because we're tapping into people that they haven't been touched like this before, and our advertisements are performing really well. So our next question, does the ad only attach to our Facebook, or where do the ads go? So I think that's kind of the same version as the question that we had before. When somebody clicks on your advertisement, it's going to take them off of Facebook to your lead generation page. And please don't misunderstand. If you're looking to build your brand and run brand building advertisement, if that's part of your marketing plan and your promotion, feel free to direct people to your website and to the application form on your website. Test it, try it out. You can definitely build your brand with these advertisements as well. My favorite method is driving to generate leads, which is why we use the lead generation pages. So thanks for that great question. So from Leo, again, same question, same answer. Okay, from Sam. Is there going to be a recording of the event? Absolutely. What we do after all of the events is we post the recording up, and it's normally up for 48 hours. You'll get a recording or a link to the recording sent out to you after the event. We'll make sure that you get a copy of that so that you can rewatch it, check your notes, and make sure that you're able to implement as well. Another request for the recording. From Brian, thank you so much for putting this together. I've been hesitant to run Facebook ads, but always wanted to do it, and this gives me the information to feel comfortable to go out and implement. Right on. That's awesome. I would love an email with the feedback on how your first ad goes on Facebook. I'd love to hear what type of results that you get from it. And of course, I'm here to help along the way. Okay. Pat asks, do we need a domain for our lead generation page? The answer to that question is maybe. And it depends which service that you use. So if you're using an aweber.com, like we recommended, yes, you'll have to go out and set up a domain and then put the form on that domain. If you're using Lead Pages, which is also available at leadpages.net, you have to they have a tool in there where you don't even have to register for a domain. You just drive the traffic straight to Lead Pages. They put up the website for you. You just take the link to Lead Pages, post it in the ad, and it drives the traffic. You don't have to worry about a domain name at all. Leo's asking for some information about the Done For You marketing service. Leo, we have some excellent information coming out for you about that program very shortly. I'll reach out to you privately and give you some information. But for those of you here watching the Q&A, we've got a big announcement coming up from First National that we're really excited to share with you, and I think you're really going to like it. So stay tuned for that. When the emails come out, make sure you open them up. There's great content in there and a great offer to help you get better results from your social marketing. From Ryan. Hi there. In the copy of the presentation, do we get the templates as well? The templates are essentially within the presentation itself. The spreadsheet that I showed you, that will be attached on the replay page underneath the event. So you'll be able to download that Excel spreadsheet so that you can track your return on investment from your Facebook ads. And to speak a little bit more to that, you should absolutely be tracking and checking your return on investment, because I've invested a lot of money in Facebook ads that didn't work. And I wouldn't know which ones are working and which ones aren't if I didn't track the results and track the ROI from the specific campaigns that we're running. And that's what's made us successful up until this point, is getting rid of the stuff that doesn't work and only focusing on the stuff that does. So you'll find some of your offers will get a better target from Facebook than other offers do. So make sure you keep track of the people that are filling out the forms and then the deals that you're processing and closing, and make sure you attach them to the proper Facebook ads so that you can run that again, and then again, you know, generate more deals and more revenue from that, right? Because that's the end goal, like we said. Marco, yes, we're going to be sending out a replay. Absolutely. we have a comment here from Ben, and Ben, a mortgage broker, who says, "Holy cow, there's 12,000 people in my market interested in real estate." So I'm assuming that you weren't just watching the presentation, that you were on Facebook targeting your ads as well. But yes, you can target quite a good number of people that are actually interested in real estate mortgages right now in your local marketplace. And it can be a real eye popper the first time you see those numbers of the people that you're going to be targeting. So thanks for sharing your elation with me. So another request for the recording. Oh, this is a great question from Lisa. Lisa's asked, how do you decide the right cost per click price? And we didn't get into budget management in the presentation, so I'm really glad that you asked that question. So what I do is I always target cost per click. Don't do cost per impressions, just simply because when you pay for impressions, Facebook will just cycle your ads as many times as they possibly can in a short period of time, spend your budget, and you haven't necessarily driven any traffic or generated any leads. So we always go per click so that we know we're getting traffic to our offers. Then we let Facebook manage our cost per click for us. And I know that sounds a little bit weird, letting Facebook, but I've tested it time and time again with managing my own budget and trying to manage my own cost per click pricing, and then testing that against having Facebook's algorithm bid my budget for me. And every time on that cost per click, we're either right the same or they optimize the campaign better as far as cost per click goes. So I highly recommend that you use cost per click for bidding, and you let Facebook optimize your ad budgeting for you. Great question. Matt, fantastic information. Great to see just for our mortgage community. Thank you very much for the feedback. I really appreciate that. And I agree with you. I think it's fantastic that I have the opportunity to create this information for you because of our relationship with First National and them giving back to the community, which is pretty sweet. To all the Facebook friend requests, I'll get around to those a little bit later. Looking forward to connecting with you. Rod, thank you for the great feedback. That's fantastic. So Mark has asked, what about just buying likes? So that could mean a couple of things, and I'll touch on a couple of them. So the first is buying likes from a service like Fiverr.com, or sometimes you'll get these weird Facebook messages from companies that say, I'll give you 1,000 likes, you pay me $20 or whatever it is. Don't ever do that. Never ever pay for likes. Never pay a company that says, hey, we can get you likes on your page. There's lots of reasons why you shouldn't do that. The number one being, Facebook is all about getting you and your customers to do business together. It's real people having real relationships and just using social media to connect with each other and stay in touch long term so that you can get more referrals and grow your business organically, right? It's just a new way to connect with people and stay in touch and generate more business. When you pay a company for just likes and numbers on a page, they come from all over the world, and they're not real people. They're bots. They're generated by a computer. They're fake accounts, and it's just designed for pages that want to look good, like they have a lot of fans. Well, we're in the mortgage business. We don't need thousands and thousands of people liking our content. What we need is a close personal connection with our customers, with our past customers, and with our referral partners. And so that's what, I'm not going to rant on about that, but Facebook is about you having a relationship with your customers. And whether it's 50 customers or it's 500 customers, the number doesn't really matter. What matters is the relationship and the connection that you have with your audience. That's what matters when it comes to social media. So straight up, buying likes, never do that. Buying likes in a Facebook advertising campaign where they ask you, where do you want to drive your traffic, and you just click get likes. Those ads work, and they'll target people in your local community. You set your ad targeting up the same way, and it works, but it's a lot more difficult to display your content to somebody that has clicked the like button and motivate them to pick up the phone and call you. When you advertise directly to that person and say, pick up the phone or fill out this lead form and connect with me, they get an A-B choice. And they can either become a lead in your business or not. Or they can click the like button. So most of the advertising campaigns that we run are directly designed to generate leads, and people will click the like button as well. So I prefer to do it that way, and that's my recommendation on it. If you do want to boost up your profile with local people that are interested in mortgages, you can run a like campaign, but I don't recommend doing it long term. It's a great way to kickstart a new campaign, but very difficult to get funded loans from a likes campaign. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, so what is the most successful target to go after? Again, great question, and that sort of depends on your business. So if you're doing a lot of refinance deals, you want to go after refinance clients, right? If you're doing a lot of first-time home buyers, you want to go after that first-time home buyer demographic. The most successful targeting that we've seen on Facebook is essentially into the buyer's market. So not refinances, not first home buyers, just our advertisements that say, did you know you can own a X amount house for X per month? To find out if you qualify, give us a call or fill out this lead generation form. Targeting just our middle of the road mortgage consumer in that main age demographic of 30 to 55 is where we consistently hit lead generation and quality prospects that are filling out the form. Now, the more targeted you get, I find the higher the quality of lead that you generate through the funnel. So this can work for really anybody that you can target. We've had clients that wanted to build campaigns specific to people that work in a specific industry and just become the mortgage expert to those people in that industry. And that's worked out really well. You give a specific offer to a specific niche of people. You don't generate as many leads, but the leads that you generate are all very high quality because you've taken the time to target the specific person that you want. So it's a difficult question for me to answer. Because with the targeting, you can basically go out and get any style of customer that you want. You just got to take the time to give them the right offer because we can target them using Facebook. Okay. An interesting question here. So I won't use your name on the question, but it essentially, it says, why include a realtor in my advertising? Aren't they just going to steal my deal and take it to another lender? That's a really interesting insight. And my professional recommendation on that is that networking and going out and getting more referral partners and then showing them how good you are at what it is that you do and being the expert and introducing them to excellent companies like First National and the benefits that come along with that. Winning them with your service and winning them with your attitude is a great way to convert that real estate partner. And rather than having the mindset of this person's going to take something away from me, look at it with the viewpoint of this person can help become a friend and support me and my family and my business because they've got deals that they can send me every month. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to start a relationship with this person, and I'm going to use these leads and this lead generation tool to open that relationship. And I'm going to use that to build my business long term. That's how I view it. And that's just my personal mentality towards networking, especially in our business. Realtors can be a solid source of income in your business when you get those right referral partners. Now, just know you're not going to be able to do business with all of them. They're not all going to say yes, but those core relationships that you can use, opening the door using this strategy, can go a long way and help build your business for a long time to come. So obviously it's up to you and your business what you're comfortable with, but for whatever it is that we spent on that ad, I can't remember off the top of my head, I know it was less than $15, you know, to be able to open up the conversation and see if there's a relationship there, that's a pretty good, you know, you buy a couple of Starbucks coffees or run some lead generation and potentially end up with a referral partner that can make you significantly more than what you've invested. So I would try that out. Excellent. So I was just taking a minute to load here while we load up some more questions. And again, the Q&A panel is underneath, and we're coming up close on a half an hour. but we'll continue to go until we hit the bottom of the barrel. Interesting. So from Steve says, I don't have a Facebook business page. Do I need a business page to run ads? And the answer to that question is no. You don't need a Facebook business page to run these advertisements. You run them through your personal profile, and you can choose to attach them to a business page if you want. So the way that it works is that if you run that advertisement and you don't have a business page, it's just the ad. You don't get to see who it's from. You just see the website where you're driving the traffic to, and that's it. When you do have a business page, it shows the business page as running the advertisement, and that's where you get extra likes, you get extra followers, and there's kind of a secondary benefit to running it through your business page. Now, that's just for straight ads that you're driving out into the marketplace. That advanced advertisement that I showed you on the real estate side, where we're taking that real estate professional's listing and we're promoting that listing out on Facebook, but we're also using it as a lead generation tool to get people that are interested and want mortgages. You can't run that style of advertisement without a business page. You have to have a business page in order to run what's a boosted post or promoting a post that's on Facebook. You can only do that through a business page. So that's good information for you to know, and that's the answer to your question. No, you don't need a business page to run ads, but you do need them to boost posts or to share posts. So that's another great question. Excellent. And I've refreshed. Looks like we're at the bottom of the barrel. So with that, I'd like to say thank you for everybody here taking your time, investing in working on your business, not just in your business, here with us. A huge thank you to First National Financial for putting us all together. And this month's event was a fantastic success. Remember, just like we said, the link that we're going to be sending out to invite your referral partners to next week's event, it's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be giving them ad templates just for real estate. I'm going to be showing them lead generation pages that work to generate real estate leads. It's going to be a fantastic value add for you to be able to send to your referral partners. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Again, everything is sponsored here by First National Financial. So make sure you reach out to your account manager, say thank you very much, let them know that you found value in the event. And I would love it if you stop by my Facebook page for Chris Johnstone. Just search me on Facebook, and a nice comment to let me know what you thought about the event. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to send them in after the event. I'll make sure that I get back to you and you get answers to all of your questions. So from me and my family here, to you and your family there, much love, and I'll see you next month.